But Dr. Damina said he doesn't believe in Christmas. Why did they have a Christmas service? Christmas is from a hidden festival. Easter is from a pagan festival. Even Easter is from a pagan festival. Even Easter. That's why there's a lot of paganism in Roman Catholic. Wait till tomorrow, you hear something. There's a lot of paganism, pagan worship, heavy in Roman Catholic, covered with little drops of Christianity here and there. Paganism. So Easter is from paganism. Christmas is from paganism. Monday is from paganism. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The days of the week are from paganism. So if you're asking me why we celebrated Christmas, why do you go to work on Monday? Because both Christmas, Easter, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they are all days dedicated to idols. So never say Monday again till you die. And never say Tuesday. Then we too will not say Christmas. What we're simply saying is that because it has been used to identify days and the society has accepted it, and it has been used to identify seasons and the society has accepted it, there is no harm in taking note of those days and taking note of those times. Do you understand what I'm saying? Doesn't mean we believe in it, but because that is a season everybody has accepted to remember when Jesus was born, we can also use it to teach the word of God. How many of you understand what we're saying? Monday is also a day dedicated to idols. The word Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there are different idols and gods that own those labels. But I mean, society evolved from a lot of things, and what we have in society as our mode of communication came from culture, and in some culture there's idolatry. Hello here. Are you understanding? Because people will ask you and you need to explain. They came from culture, and some cultures have at the background of those cultures idolatry. And so, but because we belong in the same society where all other people belong, if there are labels that have been accepted as modes of communication in our society, we also communicate with those labels. It's like legal tender. So if they put an idol on the currency of a country, won't you use it? Won't you use it? You will use it. For example, our Nigerian naira, I don't know if it still has Islamic writing on it. Now, are you not using it? Are you not using it? Are you a Muslim? No. But it's a legal tender, and your country have decided to represent the religions of the country on the legal tender, and you use it.
Dr. Abel Damina. Doctor, thank you for coming. I know that you had to share so many things to...
Thank you, Pastor I.D. James, for having me.
Is it scriptural that we set aside days to mark either his death or his birth?
You know, if you look at the history of Christmas and Easter, they are from pagan festivals. Pagan festivals. They are not even from the Bible. Neither are they from the church. They are from pagan festivals.
It actually came from idolatrous background. That's why you never find us in this church singing what they call Christmas carols. Never said we're going to Christmas retreat. Never. We don't celebrate Christmas.
It was later, many years, that a particular group of people in the Christianity decided to use that same event to mark the birth of Christ. But you know, like I always say, Pastor I.D. James, Christmas is a non-essential. It doesn't make any difference. Whether you observe it or you don't observe it, it does not contribute or subtract to the faith.
I keep asking, I ask very innocent question. Why is there no history about what we are marking? There are history of the early church, and we can't find this.
No, because it's from a pagan festival.
So that means the church has moved into pagan.
Oh, that's what it's been. There's been a lot of idolatry in the church, a lot of idol worship in the church in different forms. And it is because the revelation of Christ is not loud. So since a lot of pastors don't preach Christ enough, they have to substitute the message with something else. So you have all these ceremonies, all these non-essentials, you have all of these things taking the place where Christ should be prominent. And that's why in many churches, many people don't know who Christ is. They can't even explain who Christ is. Neither can they defend who Christ is. So that's why, you know, like Bishop Mike said last a few months ago when he came to preach for me, he said Nigeria is still a huge mission field.
The gospel has not really been preached in this nation like it ought to be preached. And I agree with him completely.
Okay, so Global Baba, let's, sometimes, just as you would even tell us that Christianity is apostolic and historic.
That's right.
Can we take a look at the history of paganism in church?
Okay.
When? How? Because I'm aware of the post-Constantinian Christianity
Right.
and the rest. But how did the church become more pagan than Christian?
Well, it started from actually the churches in Asia Minor, even from the Bible in the book of Revelation. If you observe, in the vision that John saw on the island of Patmos, there were warnings to those churches. There's only one church that was not warned, but all the other 6 were warned, and they were warned as it has to do with paganism, idolatry. He says to them, I am putting a warning to you because you have left your first love. You have gone back into what you're not supposed to go back into. Another church, he told them, you have gone back into the doctrine of Balaam and Balak. Another church, he was warning them because they had left Christ. They had started going back into idol worship. They had started going back into paganism. They had started going back into legalism. They had started going back into all other things minus Christ. It's only one church that was commended that has not soiled their name, that has not soiled their testimony of Jesus Christ. So it already started even from the apostolic era, before it even got into the Constantine liberation and all that.
Just as Bishop Okonkwo said in your church.
Yeah.
What scale will you rate the church in Nigeria, a la Christ, in perspective?
You know, Pastor E.A. Adeboye was speaking with us one time. We were having an apostolic meeting in his office, and he said some Americans came to Nigeria and did an analysis on the Nigerian revival, what they call revival in Nigeria. And they said that the Nigerian revival can be measured to be 27 kilometers wide, 1 inch deep. That means there's no revival
At all.
That means there's nothing happening. What we have is a huge religious body with little Christ.
And it keeps amplifying daily.
Yep.
Because we see a lot of people say that they are called apostles. Somebody even graduates from pastor to apostle to bishop and so on and so forth.
Which is ignorance.
Never said we're going to Christmas retreat. Never. We don't celebrate Christmas. It actually came from idolatrous background. That's why you never find us in this church singing what they call Christmas carols. Never. We always say it's December retreat. It's a December getting together. Just December. We're just gathering together because of the holiday.
Like I have always said, if you don't want people to come after you, don't go after them. If you don't want the bear to turn and chase you, do not poke it. For when you poke a bear, then you might not live to tell the story. I said this before, and I have been saying it on this platform. If you don't want Dr. Abel Damina to turn his attention on you, just let him be. Just let him be. When he says something that you do not appreciate, let it go. Because when you feel the need that he is wrong and you are right, and you go out there and start talking things you are not sure about, then he will come after you, and he will make sure that whatever you were in doubt about will be corrected by him. Believe it or not, right? His teachings are very sound. Believe me, I don't say this very lightly. Now, some of you might think that the reason I'm saying this is because I like the man of God, so I'm being biased. No, that is not true. When he says something I don't agree with, I will criticize him or I will push back on him. That's just who I am. So when he said something that made a lot of sense, of course, I would agree with it. I am more an open-minded person that you could ever think of. I listen to what people say, and I digest it and I give it some thought through and see how much sense what they said make. That is who I am. So when he said that Christmas and Easter's were not really Christian religion or practices or teachings, he is right. All you need to do to know whether he is right or wrong, rather than getting into this online war in the comment section, is just to go on Google or Wikipedia and research it for yourself. The Catholics have whitewashed these events or these dates or these festivals, and most people thought that they were Christians' festival, but they are not. All you need to do is to go online and research, and you will see it for yourself. You would understand why these days were given these names. You will understand why Christians, or when these whole festivals came to be, and why people do celebrate it. All this information is on Wikipedia. If you go there, you will get every single thing. There is no point for us to be arguing about things that are very clear. There is no point for us to be having this back and forth argument because what the man of God said is something we hold dearly. He did not say don't celebrate it. He never said that, isn't it? He never said that. He just said that you must be aware of where this whole thing came from. That is just all that you should be aware, and you should know how it all started. Isn't that what you should be thinking about? At least knowledge is power, isn't it? So isn't it a good thing when you understand this whole thing from the very beginning? I would think so. I would. Reason why we watch videos, or why we even come online, or why we do certain things, is to get educated, is to get informed, is to know more than what we knew yesterday, and to become our better selves. So rather than just blindly arguing on things that are easily accessible, on informations that you could get with just a single click of the computer, why not just do just that? Why don't you do just that? Do your own research. Please leave us a comment in the comment section below. Tell us what you think about Christmas and Easter. Are people who are angry and outraged about this right to do so? Let us hear that in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And please don't forget to like the video, share it, follow us on Facebook, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, because that helps us a lot and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that, and like always, see you in the next one.